Bitcoin has seen a very drastic fall from 97,500 and we've since bounced with 87,900. Now, the question is, where is price going next? Because we had a substantial bounce already, but the question is, are we going to drop lower or are we going to continue to rise? Okay, so without further ado, let's dive straight into it. So straight off the bat, what we can already see is our key weekly level coinciding with a very, very nice point of control of the range, which is sitting here at 87,900, has seen a nice bounce. Now, it's been very, very choppy and honestly quite manipulative, this price action, as you can see here. We essentially formed a bottom and took out the lows yet again on this downside and have since pushed up. Now, what's happening is we're teetering just along the volume weighted average here, struggling to get the bounce up. However, the longer we trade right beneath this level of resistance, the higher the chances we do push up and break above it. Now, specifically zooming back out to our 4-hour chart, let's have a look at what we're seeing on a momentum wave basis, okay? So right from the get-go, we can see that we've got a nice momentum wave starting to shift. Now, you can see that is starting to shift right over here. And what that would mean to me is that we should start to push up and see things start to rise up as we start to get that wave and the momentum starting to push up further. Now, as I was speaking about in the last video, the specific level I was looking at was coinciding with the anchored VWAP. Okay, so now what that looks like is this. It's going to look very nice if this coincides very nicely here. We've also got this value area high tying in nicely with these levels here. You can see support resistance, support there, breakdown. This would tie in very nicely because as price would trail up, you would see the volume weighted average start to shift like this, and there'll be a confluent zone which we formed there. So that'll be the first level of significant resistance that we would start to encounter going forward. And what that would specifically look like would be like this. You can see that right there. And then, like I said, we still have the level of resistance coming in at $95,000, and then we've got the one at 91. So if you mark those out, you can see very, very clearly where that looks like. And I think that's the key thing here. We're always trading, I specifically am a level by level trader. So for the support side, the story is slightly different, and we're going to get to that right now. So we know we've already hit one of our major levels of support. And as I've been exclaiming in the past videos I've been doing, we have, well, I was in a short right from 97,500, or sorry, 96,500, took it all the way down here, have closed significant amount of profits. And now I'm starting to shift and starting to accumulate a bit more spot because I do think there's a solid chance we do start to push up. Now, we do have a few levels beneath us and a bit of liquidity that is built beneath us. And as I've been speaking about, this is the final line in the sand for me because I feel if we lose this level at $84,000, then obviously your next best target is going to be the low down here because this is the liquidity region straight over here, okay? So what you would expect down here, you would expect it to have some sort of swing failure pattern as you come down and take these lows out. However, it starts to get quite bearish when you're taking out lows that have formed ages ago. And obviously the trading plan will be evaluated at that point in time. But as of right now, my base case is this support should hold. Now, as I said, in the way I trade, I'm a level by level trader. So when we reach a level, then I'll assess. Now, as you know, I have taken positions down at this low and hopefully we get up to $91,000. Either way, I'm still holding shorts from up above. This is why the hedging strategy is very, very important. So hedge, it can save you because if you're trading on a one-sided basis, you're very high likelihood you get wiped out. So I'll put these levels in your chart. In terms of significance, I would say, obviously we've already tapped into our major significant level of resistance here at $97,000. And I would say resistance level that is significant in terms of which one's more powerful, 91 or 95. I would be pointing towards 95 as more powerful level because of the fact there's more volume transacted up there. 91 is definitely a level of resistance. And, I think that's got a solid chance of having a solid rejection. Push up here, maybe ping down a bit. But in terms of what I'm going to be personally trading, still long from here at these lows, still short from here. In terms of the ratio, I would say I'm probably still more short right now. Obviously, if you factor in spot, then I'm obviously more long if you factor in that. Yeah, that's my current positioning. All the Bybit trades you can see on my last video if you go check that out. And that would be what I'm currently looking at. I don't think anything else stands out to me greatly at all. So I can take those off now so we can get a clear picture. Now, the momentum on the bigger time frames, which is very, very important, is showing us that, let's go to the monthly first of all. Okay, so we can see that that's still in the downtrend. We've also got the weekly. Now, this weekly is, you do expect these to tend to come to the middle at least, right? We're not there yet. So, it can form these waning volume pivots where it's like two double bottoms, which could in fact raise us more consolidation like this, something like this, and then we start to push up. Because I personally do expect us to push up to our higher targets. There's targets at 111. There's also targets at $105,000. So I personally expect to see us at those high targets in the next few months or weeks. We'll have to see how that pans out because there's a lot of people calling for us to just absolutely tank down here. Definitely possible. And I know we have a weekly down here at these levels here, but just from a market structure viewpoint, it's not going to look good to break these lows and start to close beneath them. That being said, worst case would be, in terms of on the bull side, the worst case would be sweep the lows, max pain, push up. But that's too far ahead in terms of actually creating a trading plan, right? That's why I specifically do level by level, because that's the way to go if you're doing the perpetual market. But if you're doing the spot market, which I'm still doing, then you position accordingly. But perpetually on the perpetual market, level by level is the way to go. Okay, that's how I've been specifically been doing it. Now, if you guys want to follow along with all the trades I'm taking, you can follow in the videos. You can go to the description down below. I would suggest signing up to any of the exchanges down here. I personally use Bybit to trade, so sign up to these exchanges. $30,000 bonus, 10% discount. You've got WEEX here too, 50% futures bonus on your first 100 USDT deposit. Okay, so that's that. You can follow the Moonshow community down here with the links down below. And yeah, just sign up, help the channel grow. Yeah, all supports the channel, and also leave likes in the videos, guys, and also ask questions, because I'm here to answer every question you have as I'm actively trading and looking at this market every single day. Okay, so without further ado, I will see you guys in the next update. For now, have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time.